In the last episode, we took a ride on a little yellow streetcar. In this episode, we take a ride on the very emotional fado music. Buckle up, we're still rudderless in Lisbon. Now we got a very busy day today, lots of kilometers to cover, so let's start at the other side of Lisbon in the Belém district. Jeronimus Monastery is a monastery of the Order of St. Jerome. Construction began in 1501 and took 100 years to complete. Located along the river where ships departed to explore and trade with India and Orient, the monument to the discovery celebrates the Portuguese Age of Discovery or Age of Exploration during the 15th and 16th centuries. The Belém Tower was commissioned by King John II to be a part of a defense system and a ceremonial gateway to Lisbon.
We're on our way to Sintra to go check out the palace. It's about 45 minutes away, so let's go. Okay, so it's been a trek. We had to go uphill, steep hills. This is Castle Pena, so let's go inside and see what it's all about.
Pena Palace is a national monument that constitutes one of the major expressions of the 19th century Romanticism, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and one of the 7 wonders of Portugal. The palace's history started in the Middle Ages. I won't be getting into all that, but I will say that, according to tradition, construction occurred after an apparition of the Virgin Mary. Now, I've been told I must watch a fado show. Fado, otherwise known as the Portuguese blues, dates back to the early 1800s. To find out more, I'm off to Lisbon by Night restaurant to speak with Soraya, a beautiful fado singer.
One of the first fado singers that was documented was Maria Severa. And Maria Severa, there's no pictures of her or anything back from those days, but the story tells that she fell in love with the Count, and because she was almost like a woman from the street, she was not allowed to marry him, and she was not allowed to be with him. So he had to pretty much end it and marry somebody else, and it was almost like a death to her. So she cried herself while she was singing, and that's where the whole soul sadness and all that comes from. I believe that fado is something that is probably the influence of the Moors, which is the Arabic people. In that case, they took over Spain and Portugal for many, many years. They were always with the Moors and everything. So they clashed a little bit, and they also gave a little bit to the Portuguese, meaning a lot of our language is from the Arabic and a lot of our music. So if you actually hear, and if you go to Morocco and you hear the prayers that they do, it sounds a little bit mournful and a little bit like fado. Like it does that whole the way they chant.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a lot of influence from them. And the other thing comes down to the Portuguese guitar.
Right.
Now the Portuguese guitar is a 12-string instrument, and it is only made for fado. But if you actually look at the design, it's also very much like Arabic guitar and also like a Greek guitar. It has that teardrop shape, and it's actually plucked when they play it, so it's played in a very different way, and it's pretty much one of the only instruments that has the 12 strings, and they're all played. That's why it sounds like the guitar is crying, right?
Wow,
So
yeah.
it's a crying sound. So yeah, it is a very sad style of singing and music. But like you heard, there's a lot of the folklore, a lot of the clapping, a lot of the happy songs
kind of
too.
bring it up, I guess.
Yeah. But it all started with that whole sad sorrow sound. So from there, it started elaborating into the Portuguese culture, and that's where the folklore came in and all that.
Now, if the Portuguese blues got you reminiscing about the love that got away and you need to snap out of it, I got just the thing: food. We happened to stumble across this fish restaurant here in the old town called Maris Carreira do Lis. Now eat away those blues.
I shouldn't have eaten all the bread, Gracie.
What do you think of this?
What I think of that? I think it's really tasty. I love it.
Perguntares como é que eu estou, não é quanto baste. Querer saber a quem me dou, não é quanto baste. E dizeres para ti morri é um estranho contraste. Nada mais te liga a mim